want to keep expanding on this return false concept. And as beginners to JavaScript and jQuery, it's okay to just kind of use this. I mean, understanding that it kills the current event is pretty easy, and you can just keep using that moving forward. I still use it in a lot of code that I would write when doing jQuery. But what I want to do is I copy and pasted here the code. I'll put this in a file later. I'm going to kill off all this code we have. So like recreating the default browser event in jQuery, get rid of it and go back to bare bones. Refresh the page here. And every time you click an A tag, kill the default event and log the text. So we click this one, we click this one, we click this one. It doesn't matter. The event's killed off and we're logging the event. Well, what's actually happening here? And that's what I want to show you. So I'm going to stop doing return false, and jQuery allows you to pass the event as an object to the area that we are doing all our code. So for example, we're able to use the A tag. For event, we're able to manage the click. And so all in like this same context scope area, and we're able to do a lot of code things by having control over these two. And you'll get more of what I'm showing you. So I'm going to refresh, and we're going to only log the event on click. I'm only going to click middle guy because I don't want to go to Scotchio right now. And if I open this up, it's an object of all the information about the event. You don't have to understand any of this really, but if you wanted to, as you get better as a better developer, you will, and you can get information about the event and do really complex things. For example, I'm going to log the type. So we're clicking an event. The type is a click event. That's pretty cool. All right, well, let's scratch that and kind of explain where this is going, because I want to get back to the return false and what that's doing. In a lot of jQuery too, I should just give you guys a heads up. People don't really write out event. They'll just write E. It's shorthand, so you're probably going to see this a lot. That's what this means. All right, so let's get rid of this. And what I want to do is show you how to kill the event in raw JavaScript or vanilla JS. So this stops the event, vanilla. And in plain JS, you call this helper method that prevents the default. And what it does is it just stops the event. So what I can do, because I pass the event to this area, I can call that method. So let's do that. So if I click Scotchio, there's no way. And let's actually log the text just so we can see. You can see as many times as I click it, despite return false is off, the event's stopped. Same thing with a middle guy or any other random link. And that's to reiterate one more time, we pass the event to this area and we're saying in plain JS, kill the event. And now you're probably wondering, well, why would I do that instead of just the easy JS way? And I'm about to show you. So there's another thing called let's call this kill bubbling. And this is a JavaScript concept. There's no working around this. You're going to have to kind of learn this. And what would happen if I created, let's say I created on the p tag click, and I'll use the shorthand jQuery helper. On the p tag click, we can grab the current context of this, or the p tag, and let's turn it into a variable to get in the habit. I want to this toggle class, and what we'll do is we'll just bring back that crazy heartify stupid thing. And toggle class is a jQuery helper. So what it's going to do is if it has a class, it will remove it. If it doesn't, it will add it. So if I refresh here and I click the p tag or any p tag, we're doing this crazy cool interaction. I love toggle class. You'll end up using that a lot as you write your own jQuery. Now, what would happen? So I know I click a p tag and it toggles the class. What would happen if I click a link in a p tag? So we know this A tag is nested in this P tag. If I click middle guy, is it gonna work? Is P tag gonna get toggled with the class? Let's see what happens. I'll click it. I scroll down to middle guy, default behavior for the hashtag. I scroll back up, and you can see that the P has the class Heartify, even though I didn't technically, I clicked the A tag, but because the P tag encompasses the A tag, both events worked. And that's how JavaScript works. And that's technically called bubbling. So when you click the A tag, you're not really clicking both of them at the same time. Technically, the way it works, if you guys remember the document object model, where it was something like, let's just write this out real quick. It was like div P A tag attribute, and we can say this is the link and this is the value. So whatever it is. So it could be hashtag. And what's actually happening is you're not clicking. What's happening is you're not clicking both these at the same time. You're clicking the A tag. It's running the event, and then it's going to go up to the next event, and the next one, and the next one to see all the way through because of the nesting. That's kind of like a rough summary of it. And what I'll do is show you how to prevent that. And that's this JavaScript thing, but it's used all the time in jQuery called stop propagation. So what I want to do is open up that index.html, and actually we'll keep it closed. And what we'll do is I click the P tag. We're toggling the Heartify. That still works. But what happens if I click Scotchio? Can you guys try to figure out what's going to happen here? So we have a P tag that's going to toggle the class, and we have an A tag. So I'm going to click it and see what happens. Perfect. It went to Scotchio. Bad example because we can't see the bubbling taking effect. But if I would click middle guy now, scrolls down, now the P tag, this event didn't run because we stopped it from propagating or bubbling upwards. And that's bubbling. That's a really common JavaScript question in job interviews and anything. So even if you're just trying to learn jQuery, try to get the idea of bubbling or maybe look further into it. It's a really popular thing. But if we're just trying to be lazy jQuery developers, totally okay. And we don't have to care or worry about either of those for now. We could just do return false, hit refresh, and what that does is pretty much just runs both of those at the exact same time. And that's what return false is. Hopefully that wasn't too confusing, but it's pretty cool to see the differences between the two. I'll store this code and jump over to the next lesson so we can keep moving along here.